really don't know what I can say after all that. No, but thank you. First, I can thank you for the invitation. Thank you, Vinod. Thank you also all the distinguished hosts here at this wonderful university. And thank you also, and my congratulations to the other dignitaries here on and off the dais. As you might have heard if you were listening to that introduction, I'm not an engineer. I'm not an automobile engineer. I, though, am passionate about cars. I love cars. How many of you all love cars? I think so. I think I'm in really good company here. I'm also very, very envious of you all, because you have this opportunity to compete in such an event. I didn't have that when I was growing up and in university. I didn't get that opportunity. I had to do it on my own. I can remember I got a car when I was 15, but it didn't run. So I had to take the engine apart and put it back together and make it run. But it wasn't a race car. It wasn't even a competitive car. It was sort of like an old clunker. It ran, I could get back and forth where I needed to go. The thing is, what I remember is the day that I got that car running, I was so happy. I had never done anything like that before. Putting it together, I just had a book. I had no training. Then my friend came and ruined it for me. My best friend showed up in his brother's hot rod. It was a souped up car with all of, it was bright orange, I remember that. And of course, we went out and we raced the car. And it convinced me that I should get also a race car. So I did, and I did some street racing. I did some racing at the track, and all of that without any training. So lots of trial, but mostly error. But nonetheless, I survived. My car survived, and I learned a lot about it. One of the things I learned about was competition. This is a competition. But is it, normally in a competition you'll have a tournament, and at the end you have one winner. And that means everyone else is a loser, right? Right? Wrong? You can only have one winner. Nobody remembers who comes in second place. But really, does anyone come in second place in an event like this? You've created something. You've created not just a vehicle, not just a race car. You've created knowledge in yourselves. You've created that knowledge through your education, but I think mostly through your doing. You had to think things through. You had to come up with the design. You had to work with other people to convince them that your design was a good idea. You had to contribute to that team, and you had to also put the whole thing together. So not only did you learn about cars, did you learn about the mechanics, did you learn about the electronics, did you learn about the brake system, did you learn about suspension? You learned all of that, but you also learned how to work with other people. And that is a skill that you will need your entire life. That is the most useful skill that you can have, is working with other people. Because no one works alone. No one succeeds alone. We all succeed as part of a team. So that means that there are no losers. No matter who crosses the finish line first, everyone who competes in an event like this is a winner. And that's what I think I would like you to take with you. Yes, we want to compete. Competition is good. Competition brings out the best in us. Think about it. Car racing. What has car racing done for the car industry? Think about any innovation in a car, and it's the result of racing. Right? Anti-skid braking. Cars. That was from a race, racing, right? We think about performance. That's from racing. We think about even simple things like headlights, Le Mans racing, 24 hours racing at night. So all of the aspects of a car, all of the innovations of a car come about because of racing, because of competition. Because in competition, you're always looking for an innovation. Because innovation is what's going to allow you, a successful innovation will give you the advantage and let you win. So again, that spirit of innovation is something that I hope that you also take away from this competition. And now, real quickly, just to do the bookkeeping, you see, or you might have seen in the invitation or whatever, in the presentation, that I work for an organization called the GIZ. Now, we don't build cars. We have actually nothing to do with cars. What we build worldwide is capacity. We work with countries, we work with organizations, we work with governments, we work with associations, we work with training providers, we work with universities to help them to develop more and more capacity. And India is one of the strategic partners of the German government, and the GIZ is a branch of the German government. So therefore we work very closely here in India. The project that I am in charge of, we have been working with MSDE in the skilling area, and one of the things that we've developed is an e-vehicle curriculum. So basically for 5th and 6th semester engineering students to study to become an additional module on e-vehicle engineers. So that is a little plug for my company, but it's not about my company, it's not about us. This whole day, this whole event, these whole 5 days, it's all about you all. It's all about the teams. It's all about the competition. Remember what we want out of competition? Innovation, because innovation will help us also solve bigger problems. So thank you very much for your attention, and again, thank you for the invitation. And I look forward to looking at the cars and seeing the competition progress. So congratulations to you all, and thank you for listening.